Hello guys, welcome back. Thank you so much for waiting just a second. Thank you so much for being here. If you're watching this on YouTube, welcome to a brand new day of Road to TCG Worlds 2018. Don't forget to leave a like on the video. It really helps out the channel. And so we are moving on to Turbo Dark. Now I have to say huge props to the Charizard launch for the list. This is the one that was published there just a few days ago. So we are going to feature it today on the channel. Huge shout out to the sponsors, Tabletop Village and Sacker Scoop. Thank you so much for the support they bring. If you want your first purchase at Tabletop Village, you can get a 10% discount if you use the link down below. So, Turbo Dark, a well-known deck for many people who have played Expanded for a while. It's not as good right now, and just looking at this list, I feel like I definitely want the Sudowoodo in here. Otherwise, I'm definitely gonna struggle big time against Zoroark. Basically, Darkrai EX with 180 HP and the Dark Pulse attack dealing 20 plus 20 more for every energy attached to all of your Pokemon is a really good attacker, and you can get to some really crazy damage numbers very fast thanks to Dark Patch, thanks to Max Elixir, and Darkrai GX. However, basically you need all those resources and all that acceleration, whereas Zoroark, all it needs to do is find the very same stadium you are using and then fill up their bench. So a lot simpler strategy to basically accomplish the same thing. Now we are using a Darkrai EX with the Dark Cloak ability. It's always very useful to have free retreat on any Pokemon that has a Dark Energy attached, and the whole idea here is to attach Dark Energy to pretty much every single Pokemon that we have. Now we have two Darkrai GX as well. 180 HP, ability restoration allows you to bring back Darkrai GX from the discard pile with a Darkness Energy attached. So basically any energy you do lose, you can bring back immediately with its ability. And the Dark Leaf attack is also pretty decent, and Dead End GX gets you an immediate knockout no matter what. So it's a very strong card. You get to play 6 different Darkrai's in your Darkrai deck, which is really nice. And then you have one Yveltal with Oblivion Wing. It's a very nice attacker against Night March. It's a 1-price attacker, which is also great. We have a Ricorio for more Night March defense. And then we have one Hoopa EX, which does search for Darkrai EXs. And our Shaman EXs, which we have 3 of, so that we can get closer to the Battle Compressors, the Dark Patches, which get back Darkness Energy from the discard pile to the bench, the Max Elixirs, which bring out energy from the deck into play. So yeah, supporters wise, we have 4 Juniper and a single N. We have Verseeker to use N, and we are a very aggressive deck, so we probably won't want to lead with N in most scenarios. We have 2 Colress as well, because we do fill up our bench most of the time. Zoroark decks also fill up their bench most of the time. And we have 2 Skyfield in order to promote that. And even Parallel CD with our bench full and their 3, that's 8 brand new cards. Finally, 2 Guzma and 1 Hexmaniac for support. And then we have 4 Verseeker, 4 Ultra Ball, the 4 Max Elixir and 4 Dark Patch I mentioned, 2 Hypnotoxic Laser, so that we can combine with Dead End GX from Darkrai GX, which does require you to have a special condition on the opposing Pokemon, 1000 Machine, and 2 Choice Bands. Running out the deck are 12 basic Darkness Energy, and I believe I will be taking out something for a Sudowoodo. The question is what? Maybe 1 Juniper? Because we have Juniper and Colress for a big draw, so that's what I'm gonna choose to drop. Might be correct, might not be correct. Maybe the extra support against Zoroark is actually not needed, but we're just gonna go ahead and do it this way. Now I am keeping track of every single game that I play of Pokemon this year, so it will start to amount to quite a hefty number, and we are already up to almost 350 games since the 1st of January 2018, which is a bit crazy to think about. That's so much Pokemon, and it's probably like a 60-40 split between Expanded and Standard, just because a lot of the people that I coach want to practice for Oceania and maybe even some European regionals. Other people really wanted to prepare for Dallas, so that's what we've been focusing on. And hello James, thanks so much for being here. And you prefer Karen over Oricorio. Oricorio allows you to keep putting on the pressure. I feel like with puzzles and access to Zorg and teammates, the power of Karen without thank you so much Yavoxa for the cheer. Thank you so much, that's very kind of you. That is very, very kind of you. Thank you so much, Yavoxa. You are awesome. So yeah, I feel like the power of Karen is severely diminished if you're not running Seismitoad. So you might as well just aggressively try to trade better with Oricorio. That's my reasoning, at least. Both are good cards, but I feel like Oricorio on its own is better than Karen as on its own, but Karen plus Seismitoad is definitely better than ooh, we're up again in a Turbo Dark Mirror. Salud. Oricorio is preferable over just Karen. That's my thinking. Ooh, our hand is not great. We don't get the super explosive turn 1 that you would like to have with Turbo Dark usually. Cheerly Javoxa, thank you so much for the cheer. I believe down here I will be replacing the top donation part for latest cheer, because the top donation doesn't seem like it'll be surpassed anytime soon. Okay, and we see an N, so this is okay. My opponent did just use a Hypnotoxic Laser, which is fine. And could give us a much stronger hand or a much weaker hand, but it's actually a decent hand. And wow, my opponent actually attached a TC to the Darkrai, which is very weird. Do I wanna Hoopa? Do I want to Hoopa for another Darkrai and a Shaman? I don't think so. Okay, I definitely want to attack with this Darkrai though. And I really need a knockout here. So I guess I should extend to get a knockout. I don't need the laser myself. And every other card I can play down. I'm gonna be playing the Skyfield, so I could just grab Sudowoodo. Yeah, Sudowoodo works here, I think. So I don't mind benching the Sudowoodo. Okay, so we're gonna do the Choice Band on this one. Yeah, on this one, because we're not going to attack with that one, hopefully. Like, we need one Dark Patch or one Max Elixir to hit. We ideally want a lot of those, so that we can get a ton of things going here. And we're still even going to have one bench space for a potential Darkrai GX. So we should be good here. Should be good in terms of damage output. Well, hopefully. Okay, so Elixir does hit. That's awesome. We have the attack now with this guy. And then, do I play the other Choice Band? I don't think so. Do I play the other Shaman? I think so. For 2 more cards or 3. The thing is, if I lose the Choice Band, I lose a lot of my damage output potential. Well, not a lot, but it's like an extra free energy. Okay, there's a Dark Patch, which is really nice. Dark Patch will spread the energy here. That seems good. And then we will Colress for 8, which is a decent number. We get a Darkrai GX. We only get an Elixir, which does hit. Ooh, okay, I should have retreated first. That was a kind of a mistake. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Ugh. 1 energy short. Are you serious? 1 energy short because we couldn't get a combination of Ultra Ball or Compressor. Yikes. Do we still attack? Yeah, I think so. We might actually just outright lose this, which would not be ideal. 10 short, no. We're running Fighting Fury Belts instead of Choice Bands. We would have gotten the knockout. Okay. Ooh, Ninja Boy. Huh. Oh gosh. We walked into a Mad Bull Ninja Boy, into a Mad Bull GX Ninja Boy play. Okay, you definitely don't see those often anymore. The DC could have been a tail, I guess. The DC could have been a tail. We have the knockout on the turret, so I'm not too worried here. That was a cute play. I'll give my opponent that one. That was a cute play. Okay, so I think I'll just end him. He has a lot of cards in his hand. I will bring him down to 4. Who knows what else he's holding on to. But we have enough damage to knock out the Tars here, which is fine. And there we go. This is the kind of hand I really wanted to get beforehand. So I'm gonna Ultra Ball away both Darkrai's. I'm gonna draw with Shaman and then I'm gonna check. There's 4 energy. There's 4 energy left in my deck. So I'm gonna Dark Patch onto this Darkrai. And then I'm going to use Restoration. Probably should have Dark Patched onto this guy. Okay, I'm gonna draw first. Do I want a Restoration though instead? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That would give me knockout on this Darkrai, regardless of if I hit the elixir. So I'm actually gonna Restoration. I'm actually going to Restoration here instead. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 energy. This will be the 8th. Perfect. And so we have a free retreat. This will be our 9th. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 energy plus the base 20. That's 180 damage. So we have the guaranteed knockout on the Darkrai EX. So slowly but surely what we got there. Slowly we did get there. And then we're gonna see a Hypnotoxic Laser. Very annoying if he flips heads and then we flip tails. Fighting Fury Belt plus energy is actually a knockout on the Darkrai. So annoying. We still have 2 Dark Patches left. So even if we lose these 2 energy, which we probably will, gonna lose 2 energy, so then that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Apparently my opponent's Shaman or Lele were prized. We do wake up, however, so that's really nice. So 1, 2, 3, and there's a victory. Okay, so yeah, my opponent was actually not Turbo Dark. He was Yveltal, Taurus, probably Seismitoad in there. The Dark Pulse Darkrai without focusing purely on Darkness energy doesn't seem ideal. And yeah, do you ever wake up wondering what the world would be like if Laser wasn't made? Yeah, Laser, like back when Laser was part of Standard and I had to play Laser week in, week out, I generally only played Genesect EX, Virizion EX in order to avoid dealing with the flip with the sleep RNG. I generally only play that deck because of that. I hated it so much. so much. Okay, so we win the coin flip once again. Hopefully we will get a bit stronger start. And wow, the stream has been holding on now for a very decent amount of time. Hopefully I'm not jinxing it by saying it. What's a play for Dallas? There are so many good decks. There's so many good decks. Lead Kitchen. I think I'm either on, like, I could go spicy with the Zoark Dimension Valley deck. That seems very spicy and very fun to play. Or I could just go Night March. I think I'm down to those two. Zoropod, Trev, Zoark Lycanroc, all of those are appealing. but none of them are that good, I think. Okay, we're going first, so we don't need to bench this Darkrai. We also find out that it's not priced, which is great. And we seem to be up against a mirror match once again, so we'll work this out. Okay, so Battle Compressor gives us knowledge on our price cards. I guess I can discard both Darkrai GXs. Maybe just one. Probably just one. We see that no Darkrai's are priced. The Sudowoodo is priced. And do I play Lele in this? I forgot. I think I play one Lele, right? So yeah, I think playing Ranger in Night March is going to be a good call. I think playing one Pokemon Ranger in Night March is going to be a good call. Okay, so it's Sudowoodo and Lele if I play Lele. I don't remember if I play Lele. Gonna discard an N, and I'm gonna discard an energy. Ooh, only 5 energy left in the deck. 5 plus the one I'm discarding, 6, 7, 8, 9. So I have 3 dark energy prize. That's horrible. That is so bad. That is actually so bad. I fill up my bench, and then with this guy, and then that means I won't be able to use Darkrai GX, so I'll only search for these 2. Well, I probably should have given up on the Shaman instead. We went first, so does attaching to Yveltal make sense here? Or do I attach here? Do I even... I should have just searched for that another Darkrai. That was silly. Not Shaman. It's okay. Yeah, I think Ranger in most decks will be worth it. I agree. Okay, so we have now 7 energy. So if we look at 6, that's 6 by 6 is 36. We have okay odds to hit here. I could draw with Shaman first if I really wanted to, or I could just get out the Darkrai, because I do have a supporter for next turn. So we are at almost exact odds of hitting with Max Elixir. If we have, oh no, I'm better. 7 by 6, 7 energy, I'm looking at 6, that's 42. So I should hit here, yeah. Like mathematically speaking, I should have always hit there. On average, I would hit there. And then, do I want to use my ability before my opponent uses Hex Maniac? Sure, I'll go ahead and do that. And then, do I want to touch Choice Band? Not really. I'll just pass. So lots of analysis here. Lots and lots of analysis. Yeah, Ranger, like that's the conclusion I've come to these past few days. Ranger will probably be a necessity for Dallas, or not a necessity, but a card that will be worth it. If you don't end up using it, that's fine. And then if you do end up using it, then it's going to probably pay off. Any game where you do end up using it, where you do need it, it's going to really pay off. Okay. So we see a Compressor, energy, and 2 Darkrai GXs, another energy, and a Getses. We got a pretty good hand off of the end. So we're gonna see a similar setup by my opponent, but we actually have a chance at knocking out something like a Shaman, or if we got really lucky, a Darkrai. But we could lead by knocking out a Shaman. We could definitely lead by knocking out a Shaman. Why Choice Band instead of Fury Belt? Simply because you need the extra damage output. Choice Band is like you have 2 extra energy against something like Zork, which has 210 HP. So then you only need 8 energy plus a Choice Band to 1-hit KO a Zork, whereas you need 9 and a Fighting Fury Belt to knock out a Zork. It allows for easier maths. And wow, my opponent only got 2 energy in play, which is really nice. He only got 2 energy in play. If I somehow was able to get a knockout here on the Darkrai and play Hex to prevent the restoration, that would be amazing, but that's not likely to happen here. You also don't have energy in the discard pile. So I feel like going after Shaman feels correct here. I feel like that should be good. So yeah, let's do that. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, I don't get the knockout here. Oops. I can't count apparently. 10 short. 10 short. Oops. Probably should have end instead then and attacked with Yveltal on the Darkrai. That was silly. That was silly. That was silly. That was silly. I mean, Night March as a deck is fine. It's not that big a deal. Like, it's sure it's not ideal that Night March exists and whatnot, but like it exists. So, and Pokemon accepts that Night March is strong and is good. So there's no reason to, I don't know. Yeah, Night March is big in Japan, and their format is different, obviously. Okay, so if I get a knockout on this Darkrai, it's worth it. What I did was worth it. I definitely want to do this because I either want a knockout with my Dark Cleave or probably with this Darkrai actually. I won't grab anything. Well, I could because I'm gonna play Skyfield, so I thin out my deck. Yeah, I think I like that. I'm gonna be the one that plays the Skyfield. And I will Dark Patch onto this guy. So that's 5 energy, that's 120 damage, and then I Colress for 11. So Colress for 11 means I can steal Restoration. The thing is, I didn't get to attach an energy. Choice Band also works. I have the knockout with my GX attack. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, I think I'm gonna have to use my GX attack, which opens up his GX attack as well. But it's like saving up on energy, which I like. So I need to Ultra Ball. If I Ultra Ball and find Sudowoodo, which I don't even have, so never mind, he probably would have discarded the Shaman. Maybe the Hoopa though, just to keep the energy. Feel like I should Elixir here. Yep, that works. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I would have had knockout. So do I still take it? No, I used up my thingy, so I might as well just use my GX attack. I kind of want to bench Oricorio, I kind of don't. Like, Oricorio is guaranteed knockout on Shaman, which I don't think he will really expect. Misplaying a lot though. Misplaying a lot. Energy is cool. If this Darkrai gets knocked out by his GX attack, that's fine because we can double Restoration, attach, Choice Band, knockout, I believe, with a brand new Darkrai, and therefore we remove 3 energy. He has many less energy than us. Okay. Yeah, I do think Night March is a very strong deck. Like, the fact that you need to play Karen and Seismitoad or Oricorio in every deck to just have an okay chance, that means the deck is really good. Yes. It also requires a lot of skill to play properly. But yeah, until there's a ban on something like Battle Compressor, Night March will always be a thing. Okay. So discarded Skyfield, Ranger, and Karen. That's fine. And then Dowsing Machine for Dark Patch. That's also fine. Promoted the Shaman. There's no way my opponent takes a turn here to use Sky Return, right? No. There's the energy attachment, there's the Sycamore. So now my opponent relies on the Hypnotoxic Laser. If he hits it, that's okay. If he doesn't, we are in a perfect position here. Compressor is a very skill-intensive card, I do agree. Very, very skill-intensive card. Ooh, Sudowoodo. Goodbye Hoopa and goodbye Yveltal. I don't mind the Sudowoodo, honestly. Nothing seems to indicate my opponent got the thing. Fighting Fury Belt, not that big of an issue either. Sudowoodo is actually very annoying. Fighting Fury Belts are very annoying as well. Well, my opponent just hit for 140 damage here. My Sudowoodo being priced was unfortunate. And no, my opponent goes for Dark Cleave. Okay, that's perfect. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So currently I'm 10 short of a knockout. However, what I can do is Guzma knockout. I can Guzma knockout something like the Free Retreat Darkrai. The Darkrai that gives Free Retreat rather. And then all I need to do is bench Oricorio, attach energy to it, and I'll be good. So because of that, I might even want to hold the energy. Like, my opponent will, like, if worst case scenario, if he ends, I want the least amount of cards that do not help me. Get away from the end. No, Ultra Wall helps me find Shamans, and like the only card I can afford to discard is Sudowoodo here. So it doesn't seem worth it, because every other card is potentially a win condition. So I'll just Dark Pulse for the knockout here. Taking away this guy means I take away utility from him, which is always good. We have triple Shaman, and we freed up another energy, which is awesome. So no matter what, we should be good here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So my opponent is dealing 170 damage right now. We will see an end here. We will see an end. The Iron Druid, you're on a 10 win streak in Standard and you feel like a champion, that's fair. Okay, so no end means we win. On best of one League Up, what would you play? Zoro March or Zoro Lycan or Zoro Pod? I think Zoro March. I think definitely Zoro March. I feel like that's the least, the deck, like any deck that works without having to turn one Bridget, without being extremely good if you cannot turn one Bridget, that seems good enough for me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, that's enough for a knockout. My opponent has enough for knockout, but then that one Darkrai will allow us. Oh, he has 2 Darkrai's and the discard ball, I guess. But any of those Darkrai's just allows us to place a damage counter on the Shaman. So it wasn't all bad that we did it that way. It wasn't all bad. And even if my opponent had been able to take a knockout, even if he had been able to take a knockout, we have Verse Seeker for Guzma on the Shaman no matter what. We probably would have been able to Sycamore or Colress for our last Dark Patches, for the Dowsing Machine, etc. So we should be good. So yeah, all of those decks are good, but for a best of one League Up, I would go with Night March just because it's a deck that doesn't rely on Bridget. The other 2 decks, if you use Bridget on turn 1, you're really, really good. If you don't, you might argue sometimes you're behind, depending on the strength of your hand. Whereas Night March doesn't depend on that. So why do you say I'm playing chess? Because it's broke. Why do you say I was playing chase? Love it, love CV. Okay guys, so thank you guys so much for watching. We did pretty well today. We got a lot of wins. It was a pretty fun stream. Thank you guys so much for being here, for the support. I think this is all we will be doing for today. This gives me enough videos from now until Friday for you guys to enjoy on the channel. Thanks so much to all of you who are here live with me right now, and I will see you guys tomorrow in the Spanish stream. I'm not sure if I want to do standard or expanded, probably expanded, but we'll see. Depends on what the crowd wants, I guess. And then on Thursday we will probably be back to standard, unless I feel like I really need to practice more for expanded. But I'll see you guys in English on Thursday, because Wednesday there will be no stream. I think I just said Wednesday. There's no stream on Wednesday. I have too much coaching that day. But Thursday I will definitely be back with the streams and with more expanded or standard action, whatever you guys want to see. So thank you guys so much. If you're not subscribed yet to YouTube, feel free to check that out. Huge shout out to our sponsors, Tabletop Village and Soccer Scoop. You can check them out in links down below. Purchase cards at a discount. They have Ultra Prism pre-sales and stuff. So all the good stuff right there in the description or in the panels down below. Thank you guys so much, and I will see you guys tomorrow. Bye bye.